Hi there, welcome to the Art of You Refining Your Life and Business video series. I'm so excited to be here again today with one of the wonderful women who have actually contributed to this whole series. We have invited a whole lot of women entrepreneurs to inspire and encourage you, solopreneurs and small business owners, to be able to create the life and business that you really want and deserve. With me today we have Monique Alamedine. Is that right?
That's the one.
That's the one. And she's going to tell us a bit about her businesses and how she's created the success that she desires in her business as well. I'm sure if you listen carefully, there'll be tons of golden nuggets. So, Monique, please do me a favor and let's start off with a bit about you. Tell me about yourself.
Well, firstly, thank you for having me, Brenda. As you know, I think you're fantastic. So putting this series together is awesome. And I love the name of The Art of You because really our businesses are all about us, aren't they?
Yeah.
All too often people sort of look externally. So fantastic. So I guess personally I started off I started my coaching career in 2003. Became an NLP practitioner, a master practitioner of NLP in 2004. And then brought on a $20,000 coaching client. So you can imagine I was ecstatically happy. Mm-hmm. And then I'd been waiting for so long to fall pregnant. I finally fell pregnant. So it all happened in one big go. And unfortunately, I had the kind of pregnancy where I lost my brain cells and couldn't really think properly.
Baby brain.
Yeah, very much so. And it lasted a bit, let me tell you. So I'm really big on giving value, and I wasn't giving value. So finished up with that client and I really just stopped. Had my baby in 2005 and I'd been looking for a singlet top basically that never rolled up. Now, I love bodysuits from back in the 80s. I was searching for them for years, couldn't find them. Had enough and just went, you know what? I'm sick of this. I was wearing 3 tops, shapewear, a top so that my bust wouldn't show, a top so my, muffin top and crack wouldn't show. I had enough and I went, you know what, I'm just going to make something. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't even know how to sew a button on. So it was a bit of a journey, let me tell you. It took me over a year just to get one style right. Now I started with a bang, so I had really great media coverage. It was in magazines, TV, fantastic. But then what happens after the whole big hype dies down? That's what I experienced. So I couldn't supply the demand. A lot of women were asking for different styles. I got to a point where I literally just stopped operating. I literally just didn't do anything for a whole year. I needed to figure myself out and I needed to figure out how I was going to be able to do this properly when all the hype dies down. And so I started again. And what a journey it's been even since I got back on board. So I came back on probably a couple of years ago. And that's been a bit of a journey in getting to this point. So I've learned a lot more on how to market products, which is awesome.
So what did you do when you came to a halt? You've just mentioned that obviously with the snug bods that you were doing at this stage, you came to a halt. Was there something that you continued after that?
I literally took probably a good year off and did nothing. When I say nothing, I mean business-wise. I went through a lot of personal growth as well as business growth. And I'm a big believer in sometimes you just got to stop, learn, take the lessons and be able to apply them. Also quickly as women, we want to go, we want to do. We're trying to do this whole big balancing superwoman thing. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work until you stop and really take stock of where you are. And you know what? Make it okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anything that you need to go through is okay. It's where you're at. There's no right or wrong.
Monique, you're in business right now. So obviously the year that you took out must have been good for you. There's obviously a lot of transformation that went, that took place within this year. What got you back into business? And tell us, what are you doing right now?
Okay, what got me back in was just a feeling. Okay, so all too often we're taught that business is business and personal is personal. Well, no, I think the two combine together because you're using a lot of your intuition and your personality and everything shines through in your business. So I just felt it was the right time. Now, I didn't know how I was going to get back on top. I didn't know how I was going to climb back up, but I just knew it was time. And I trusted that everything will fall into place when it needs to fall into place.
Okay, so and for what is it that has fallen into place for you? So you're back in the driver's seat. Obviously, you've decided that you're going to be the driver of your own bus, and you've started a new venture, if I can put it that way. I've seen you on Facebook, and I've seen the pink blingstress everywhere. Is the pink something that you love? And the business Blingstress, is this your new program that you're working on at the moment?
So funny story that I went to a marketing course a couple of months ago, actually, with my now mentors. And I walked in there selling bodysuits. Now everybody had like info products and all this kind of stuff. And I'm going, I just sell bodysuits. That's all I do. And I walked out. And I know this sounds really sort of probably, overdoing it here slightly, but I walked out with my life mission in the sense that I realised all the heartache that I'd gone through over the past 10 years and how many other women are struggling with the very same things. So things that I take for granted every day, lessons, learnings, and I see it every day on Facebook. You and I both know. We see women post about problems that they have, getting sales and marketing right, marrying your personality, your personal brand to your business brand, because they're not separate, they're all in one. So it dawned on me that women actually need help with everything that I've experienced. And so the business Blingstress was born.
That's amazing. And, you're so right when you say that there's so many women out there who really want to have a business, but they can't sort of like intertwine the two together. And that's just awesome that you have this new vision to be able to go out there and help these people. When you say woman, is that your target market? Who is your ideal client?
Okay, so I work with, women, mostly mums. There's two different types of women that I work with. One are product-based businesses who have an idea and don't know how to take it to market, or already have a business, but, have hit the slump that I hit of, okay, I build it and they will come, not necessarily, and, want to know how they're going to take their business up to the next level. The other types of women that I help are women who've started their business and have lost that sparkle. They want to ignite that spark again, and they're not quite sure how. So I have two different programs. I guess they're both tailored to women at the end of the day, but it just depends on what stage of the journey they're at.
Okay, that sounds absolutely super. What is it that you enjoy most about your business? You obviously have a thing for helping mums because you're a mum yourself, and you've built up your business. And I noticed a Facebook post earlier where you said your daughter's sick at home, and you're obviously very privileged to be in the position where you've created this business to be able to work from home. What else is there that you really love to do in your business?
Do you mean from why I love sort of operating my own business, or what I actually love about business in general?
Well, a bit of both, actually. Tell us a bit about both.
I guess I love running my business because, like you said before, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm controlling my destiny. I'm taking charge of where I want to go. I love the creative process of business. I love the marrying of your personal brand with your business brand and making it one. I love the whole creative process. I love creating products that help women, and I love being in a position, like being the catalyst for that change, because they do the work, but it's me that's just helping them, sort of facilitating that growth, which is just an awesome, privileged position to be in.
Almost like being the fire starter. Would you say? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you've obviously had a lot of experience in business coming from Snugbots. I know that you've also done something like the glass straws. You're now a coach, and you're coaching women entrepreneurs as well to help them, take the step up and to move forward in their businesses. You must have had many fears and many challenges. Well, this is an assumption that I'm making now. Please tell us about them if you've had any.
I guess my biggest challenges is the whole balance myth. Okay, so as women, we're trying to be super women, and we're supposed to have it all. We're supposed to have a perfect household, running like clockwork, meals on the table every night. We're supposed to have a business that makes millions. And do you know what helped me through that? realizing that it doesn't exist.
I'm so glad you said that.
It does not exist. Let me tell you, ladies, it doesn't exist. Because when my business at times is running so beautifully, like a well-oiled machine, my house ain't so neat and tidy. So, yeah, I think once I sort of got rid of that out of my head, it smoothed things a lot for me. The other challenge that I had was understanding the balance of sales and marketing. Now, there's a fine line there. Although they sort of work off each other, sales is the process of making the sale, picking up the phone, being proactive, not just building a website and waiting for people to come. Marketing is how you're being perceived, like the kind of information that you're giving out in order to entice them with the emotional hooks to come back in and buy. So once I understood that process, that was a major turning point for me, and that's another thing I cover in my program as well. Finding the balance of, getting those leads come through to be able to make the sale. What also was really challenging was holding on to everything and not outsourcing it. So I wish that I probably had done it sooner. Just things that I don't need to do, things that aren't making me money, things that I don't like doing. It's so cheap these days to outsource. It's probably cheaper than putting your own time into it.
Oh, I agree, without a doubt. So you would definitely say that outsourcing is something that, if time freedom is one of your values, outsourcing is something that can free up your time as well. After all, as busy mums, we want to have as much time available for our family, but still contribute to the household, still bring in, enough money as well, and still be able to feel that we are contributing to society, if you can put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And as women, we need to feel that we're making a difference. We need to feel some sense of recognition and some sense of, I guess, completion. Because it's so hard starting something and not being able to see it through to completion. So they end up feeling like failures. So just don't set yourself up for failure. Equip yourself from the start. Lay the foundations.
So if there was something that you had to do all over again, what would that one thing be?
Without a doubt, hire a mentor who had walked in my shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
That in itself is worth thousands. I can tell you that now. I know from my own experience as well, having somebody there just to support you, guide you, brainstorm with, get those, that core message that you have swimming around in your mind out onto paper into a workable solution is gold. Absolutely.
Yes. And also being able to tell you what you're going to expect before it happens. So by the time it comes, you know. That's really one thing at the top of my list that I wish I had done. And to be honest, back then there was nobody who I knew of who was experienced in product-based businesses. So it made it really hard for me. There's a lot of info product specialists, but no product-based specialists, which was so hard because, as we all know, products are quite different to, a tangible to an intangible product.
Yes.
It's my big.
Well, you've been in the online world, but you've also been in the offline world. Is there a huge difference, and which one do you enjoy the most?
Well, in terms of offline, so I've come from a corporate background. So when I created my product, it's always been an online business. But coming from the offline world in a service-based business, it's totally different. The way you market it, the way you speak to people, it's not like people are just buying the service that you're providing. So while there's pros and cons on both sides, but it's so different in so many different ways because you're looking at, yes, in the service industry, looking at features and benefits and things like that, but it's a totally different playing field when it comes to products.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, I noticed that you're on Facebook, and I'm assuming that you're on a few of the other social media platforms as well. How do you promote your business? Do you have a specific way of doing it?
My biggest way is Facebook. I use Twitter somewhat, but really Facebook has generated a lot of business for me. Product sales, generating leads for my program as well. I've done service and product in terms of using Facebook, and it's just a fantastic networking tool if you know how to tap into it. When I first started, I was doing one of two things. Either I was just using it as a social playground, or I was flogging my wares. Buy me, buy me, buy me, because I'm here, because this is what I've got to offer. And it's about balancing the art of socializing, making engaging and interacting, and making a sale.
Yeah.
It's a lot more smoother.
It is, definitely. And as they say, you never know who's out there watching you. You could have a follower on Facebook that has been following you for months, not engaging, but just watching you. You know, it's sort of like almost sussing you out, getting to know you, as they say, love you and trust you. And it's on that specific day that you put something out there that just resonates, and wham, bam, you have your next client. Social media is awesome.
Yes.
It definitely is.
Used wisely, yes.
Oh, yes, definitely. What advice would you give anybody starting out in business right now?
The biggest thing that I see with a lot of my clients is not having a clear picture of where they're headed. So start with the outcome first and work back in. So how much would you like to earn? What does your perfect day look like? You know, in terms of products, how many products you actually need to sell per year, per quarter, per month, per day. I went so far as to break it down per day, how many I need to sell. So I think it's about getting clear, and I can't stress that enough. It's about getting clear on where you're headed and what it is that you're hoping to achieve, because you can't just shoot in the dark. You know, the definition of insanity, as we all know, is doing the same things and expecting different results. So shoot. Hey, nothing's happening. This business isn't working. The product's no good. What am I going to do?
Is there a special process that you follow in your business to be able to get your mind clear of where it is that you really want to be?
There's a couple of things. One is, and I can't stress this enough, having mentors who understand and who've been. I'm, I guess, paying it forward to my clients because I've had wonderful mentors to help me. So a fantastic mentor just keeps you in check. I know from myself, I'm always looking at the next BSO, the bright, shiny object. Yes. And my mentor reels me in and goes, hang on a minute. And we break it down and sort of, you know, suss it out and see if that's really where I need to go. The other thing is meditation. I'm guilty of not doing it often enough, but meditation really, really gets me in that zone. And surrounding yourself with like-minded people. I've recently this is just a realisation, you're hearing it hot off the press. I only just realised the last couple of days how small I've been letting myself play by the people I've been associating with. So that's something you really need to make a mental note of, because like I keep saying, business and personal, it's all one.
Yes, it is.
Combining the two. So don't be something you're not. And we're guilty of this in the corporate world. There's a facade that goes on the outside, and you don't air your dirty laundry, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying to, you know, talk about your deep, dark, dirty secrets, but what I am saying is let your personality shine through.
Oh, you know? That is fabulous advice. That is a gold nugget, definitely. I mean, I would even say that that's a tweetable, as Marie would say.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, that's something I've been learning a lot along the way. I was trying to fit into a mold for so long, but it's just not me, you know. Letting my personality shine through more, being the blingstress, has allowed me that space, allowed me the space to learn and to teach.
I heard a story the other day, and somebody said to me, "Oh, you're in the same industry that I'm in. We're actually competitors." And I looked at this person and I thought, wow, how sad that they have that type of mentality. And I said, no, we're not competitors, even if we do the same thing. Because the fact is, you're entirely different to what I am. We have different personalities, so people who are attracted to you will go to you, and people who are attracted to me will go to me, and there's enough for everyone, you know, and that's it. Don't get stuck in the comparatinitis type of thing where you compare yourself to somebody else all the time. Be you, and that authenticity will shine through. People will gravitate towards you because they're attracted to something in you. I just love that. I really and truly do.
I totally agree, because it's like friends. Why are you drawn to them? It doesn't mean that if you've got a group of friends, why do you have a group? Why don't you just have one friend? Because there's different things that resonate for you with each person. It's like having your siblings. You love them all the same, but you resonate with something different in each of them. It's the same concept. There's enough to go around, and the sooner we all realize the abundance out there, the quicker we fast track our success, that we're all working together. We're women. Come on, sisters, let's all stick together and encourage and support each other. And I'm really big on that, having that unity, that camaraderie. It's essential.
Yeah, it is true. Absolutely true. Now, tell me, you obviously are very tech savvy and you use a lot of resources in your business. What is one resource that you can't do without?
I'm gonna talk really basic here, but I would have to say a smartphone.
Oh, yes.
The iPhone. And for me, that allows me, because I know with Snugbods is what I do is I have really personal service. So whoever orders from me actually gets a phone call from me. It's not just web-based for me. So I combine the two, the personal with the online technology. So I can call instantly. I can email instantly. Everything's, snap your fingers, it's done. The other one, and I'm sure you've all heard about it, but for those of you who haven't, is Fiverr.
Oh, yes.
So many wonderful things done on Fiverr. I cannot begin to tell you. Now, sometimes you have to sort of filter through the duds and the not, the fantastic ones, but for $5, you just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Just can't go wrong.
There is the good, the bad, and the ugly, but the good outweighs the rest, definitely.
And you find your good ones that you just keep going back to. And you speak to other people as well. Like, I've had so many great referrals to people that have been used in Fiverr. So it's the best resource, especially if you're starting up and you want to keep your funds low. You want to keep cash flow flowing, and you don't want to have too many expenses.
And you can find anything on Fiverr for $5.
I saw the other day someone say, "Oh, you can talk to me for 15 minutes on Skype. I'll listen to you about anything."
Oh, goodness, it's amazing. Oh, that really is. All right. Well, we're coming to the end of our interview series now. So I just want to find out if somebody wanted to really get in touch with you for coaching, for any of your programs that you have to offer right now, or for advice on how to step up in their business, where can they get hold of you?
Okay, so I offer free business sparkle strategy sessions, which is more like a discovery kind of a session that you go through. Now, there's a number of different ways you can get a hold of me. One is my phone number, which is 0429 12345. Nice and simple. The other way is at moniquealamedine.com. There's also Facebook, which is facebook.com/businessblingstress. The other one is Twitter /snugbods. My email address would be sparkle@snugbods.com.
Now, in closing, is there one little thing that you'd love to leave us with, the viewers watching, something specific that you'd like to say to them?
The most important thing I could say to you is don't wait for everything to be perfect. Nike say it so well, just do it. Aim, fire, shoot. That's it. It's never perfect.
So Monique, that is fabulous advice.
Yep, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to put it out there and you're going to improve on it. So if you start right up here, where is there left to go? Start here, walk up to here. Fantastic.
Fantastic advice. And it is so amazing that most of the women that I have interviewed in this series have said just that. So I'm wondering whether there isn't some sort of collaboration going on here, but it is true.
Clearly there's a common theme, and we're seeing that in a lot of our clients. So, as women, we need to just break through our own barriers and our own limitations and just charge through.
Yeah, my coach always says, don't let good stand in the way of better, or don't let perfect stand in the way of better. And that has stuck with me, and it is so true. Just do it. Love that.
Action is evil. Yes.
Thank you so much.
As a Virgo and a perfectionist. So, yeah.
Thank you, Monique. It has been awesome having you today, and there's been so many gold nuggets. I've really appreciated the time that you've taken out of your busy schedule to be able to be interviewed by me for the people watching this as well, and that you can inspire and encourage them to take the next step forward. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much.
Care.
Peace out.